Hi guys, my third quickfire video instalment for my own Warriors. It's actually the second time I've recorded this because all technology is hating me this evening. But I wanted to show you the latest edition, what I've finished out of my Mark IIB Landraider for my own Warriors. So here it is. So it is a Forgeworld kit, which I unfortunately had to build with no instructions. That was fun. All built and painted, as you can see here. Just gonna go around the edge. So yeah, painted up for the Iron Warriors. Something that you may notice to start with is the glaringly obvious thing, this dozer blade. With Templar Crusades Heresy campaign, every Primarch has something different for their legion. So mine, Pt3 and Rogaldorn's, obviously Templar Crusades fists, are able to have siege shields on their vehicles at 10 points a model, which is pretty good. And that's all vehicles, not just your Vindicators. So I thought that was a pretty good deal, being able to ignore terrain. And so yeah, I gave my vehicle the siege shield, which is a Forgeworld Rhino dozer blade, which I've actually cannibalised a little bit. It's magnetised on, my first bit of magnetisation, so if I take it off and let you have a look. It's taken from, as I say, the Rhino kit. I've chopped down some of the actual supports and magnetised them on. So if I reattach it here, they go like that. So they'll attach on, they're quite loose attachments. And then they again sort of attach into the side of the dozer blade there, like that. So there's two of those. I quite like the eagle shape on them, so kept that. And then the dozer blade itself, just a really quick sort of bodge job. I was going to actually have it up here because one of the standard questions I had was, you know, with the dozer blade being here, how are the people going to get out? So I was going to have it kind of another magnet up here, just for it to kind of sit above the door, about there, if you can see that, just sort of high enough. But unfortunately I cut the rams a little bit too short, so it just kind of ended up kind of sitting flat on the surface, which, if you can see the door, I know the shading quite there, you can't really get out. So you have to use your imagination a little bit, and just the rams will extend, so it will kind of push up and out, and so the door will open and people can get out. So construction side though, other than that, pretty simple. Doors don't open or anything like that. I'm just not one for having the doors open, and the last cannons don't move. It's just for simplicity's sake. Painting wise, I've gone for a kind of black and silver and yellow vehicle rather than the actual standard just kind of overall silver of the Iron Warriors, because I don't think it would look very good overall as a vehicle. So what I've done is the under kind of skin, if you will, of the vehicle, which is this kind of bit round here, I've done with my standard Iron Warriors kind of colour scheme, which is the tin bits, bolt gun and mithril with a wash, and then a mithril highlight. The kind of outer carapace, this area here, I've just done with black, and then with a couple of edge highlights, and then of course I've got my hazard stripes in like different positions around it, just to break up that colour really. I've kept the Aquillas on there as well. You see the one on there, because obviously it is a loyalist vehicle. I've decided to obviously have the motto on the front there as well, so I'm within, I'm without, and when it comes to the schism of actually having the Heresy, I imagine I'll paint over those rather than taking my Dremel to them. We've obviously got the ones on the side there as well. Just followed the same scheme as my Iron Warriors, so Dwarf Bronze, Shining Gold, and then Badab Black Wash, and then highlighted with a Burnish Gold, just to sort of really make it stand out. As with my Iron Warriors as well, I've done some dirt effect on there as well, so not used any weathering powders, which I do have. I've not come to using any. It's just a dry brush of snake bite along there, along the tracks. I may have overkilled it a little on tracks, but it looks okay. And then the dozer blade as well. So this one is called the Iron Will. I don't know if you can just see that in the light there. There we go, free-handed onto the front, and just to kind of follow that kind of metal theme there as well. So this is going to have Pt3 riding inside it. and then when I have some more points, I'll be getting an honour guard for him. All the other squads have rhinos for them to ride in with siege shields as well. So this will be my counter-attack force. My army's pretty static at the moment, made it of tactical marines and devastators to kind of fit in with the heavy weapons theme of the Iron Warriors. So this is my heavy weapons gun platform, so the two twin las cannons obviously on both sides and the heavy bolter at the top, give it some real punch, and then it obviously gives it the guys inside a 20-inch assault move, which will be Pt3 and his honour guard later on, which will be a really powerful counter-attack force. So yeah, it's a nice simple model, nice and quick to do. I'm a pretty slow painter, so I wanted something that will take up a big chunk of points. So the Landraider's 260 with the upgrade, so really worth those points, just to help me get my army done quick. So yeah, that's my Landraider, guys. Hope you like it, and we'll have some more instalments of my army hopefully later on this evening. Cheers, bye bye.